And what was I doing last time? I was preparing to make sulfuric acid. That's what I was doing. I was making sulfuric acid. I'm pretty sure I probably grabbed some. I did not. I did not grab anything to make them with. Probably and possibly because I didn't have any. Hopefully I made them in my bus because I can't make them locally. Let's see if that's actually true. Does not appear to be. What was I thinking? I probably wasn't. So let's fix that, shall we? Come on, right down there. There we go. And let's see, what do these things need? I don't actually know offhand. My belt is turning into spaghetti fairly quickly, but that's fine. Nothing wrong with a little spaghetti. Yeah, I could probably just do this. We'll see what this ends up looking like here. We need chemical plants. Chemical plants need steel, stone, glass, and chips. Well, we've got steel and chips right here. And then we've got glass and stone right here. And we don't actually need iron, which is convenient. Although, be more convenient if it was over here. Like that, so these guys can actually move it around. It would be even more convenient if this was up here. So these guys could go right down. Like this. And we are still creating things, so that's good. And no reason for these to be in a box or anything. So what do we got here? We got steel, stone, glass. Don't have. Oh, I have chips as well. Look at that. Okay, that works for me. Somewhere I got some iron ore in me. These are very full. I probably have utilized them many times to dump ore off. Because I'm not smelting in my mech either. I'm not doing anything in my mech except I can mine if I really want to. But I'm trying not to bother doing that either. Let's see. We're not always getting all the way up to the top here, and it's the graphite. But there's nothing I can do about that right now because I don't have anything making better sorters. I don't want to deal with it until I get logistic stations, which I'm working on right now. We have 6 of these, which is probably enough to justify some sulfuric acid. Around here. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Where are you? There you are. Okay. I don't actually remember the best way to make sulfuric acid. Let's find out. Well, it's oil, stone, and water, and stone is by far the most necessary. So it should be on the inside, which it would be if we did this. And how many sulfuric acids does that make? 4. So everything's 4 except for stone. Oh, and oil is 6. But really it doesn't matter. It matters a little bit. So let's actually make it matter here. There's oil there. Bring it back down and bring this across. And it matters, if you're curious, if you don't know, it matters because it takes time for these inserters to bring the stuff into them. So therefore, it's going to take less time to put stone in here than it's going to take to put water in here. So we want the thing that has the least number of items on it on the bottom to be the one that has the longest route. So because it's going to take the longest. Let's delete those and then copy this guy. Do the drag thing. I do enjoy dragging items, so that is very nice. And now we're making sulfuric acid. And 4 is probably about a third of what I need, if not less. But for now, I think it'll be fine. I don't know how many we can make on Mark Blood belts. Currently, I don't care. And actually, it looks like these belts are kind of keeping up. Yeah, they are. They're keeping up. Stone is actually enough. Oil and water just make it as we're ready to make another one. The problem actually is that the belt's backing up, which is pretty awesome. So I think we're going to keep this going across this way. And I have actually forgotten what we need this for. I think it's graphite. Yeah, or graphene. So we need graphite and that to make graphene, and then graphene is used in the production of, I think, something else that we're gonna need soon. I think these things need, yeah, these things need graphene, copper, and those motors that we're making. So I'm gonna run these belts a little further. It looks like they're totally fine. For the time being. And I'm going to drop the other 2 of these that I'm making. And it probably is 6 because these take... It's actually probably less than 6. Because these take 8 stone every 6 seconds, which is more than 1 stone per second. So probably we can only really handle 5 of these on a belt. So I'll tell you what, let's just do that. And we should probably also drop the power pole too. Sadly, all my bots have left, and I don't want to walk away until at least one of them comes back. Come on. There we go. And we could now decide where the graphite is coming from. I'm making graphite way over here, so I guess that's totally fine to just bring it here. And honestly, if we do this, that seems reasonable. And then maybe we'll make graphite right around here. This belt cutting across here is a little less than awesome now that it's cutting through my production area. Also, this iron patch here might be in the way. I could foundation over it and then reveal it back when we rip this all up later. But for now, I think we'll try to work around it. Let's see. Could also use some more belts. And we could throw some more of this in our mech. Okay. So, graphite. We could just run it past this way, and I think this is totally fine because we're not going to be using this anymore for this. We've got the sulfuric acid here, and I think this is made in chemical plants too, if I remember correctly. Yes, it is made in the chemical plants. It is garbage in the replicate or in the mech for fuel, although it could be used in a pinch if we really had to. So, let's go ahead and grab some chemical plants. Let's plop one of these things down right here. And I think, are we really having power issues? I mean, I guess you're going to have them eventually, but yeah, we're at 100% power, so we need to address power very quickly, definitely before we get some logistic stations going. So what does graphene take? Graphene takes 3 graphite, and 1 sulfuric acid makes 2 graphenes. So the sulfuric acid, somewhat ironically, I want on this top thing here, which kind of makes me want to bring this belt down here and across this way. And I think I'm going to do it. I'm not going to be fancy about it, or schmancy. It's the one above here. Come back down. Straight to there with it. And just let the bots do their thing. I'm not cutting the corner on this one because I'm going to want a lot of this space to be for what I'm making the when I'm using the graphene in, which is these things. So, graphene requires sorters. And then an out sorter here. And this way. Like it on the very end, just for the most the most belt storage you can have. Putting it on the back of the belt means it doesn't get backed up quite as quickly, although it really doesn't matter that much. Let's see. So 3 graphene every 3 seconds. So yeah, we can basically support 6 of these with 1 belt of graphite. I keep saying graphite when I mean graphene. So we're going to support 6 of them if I can place them. I'm going to shift to lay these things down because I keep thinking in terms of the multi-build mod. It's just the way it is. 1, 2. Okay, we've got 2 more to lay. Looks like we'll have room for them. As soon as my bots lay another belt here, I can lay this one. And yep, this one will be fine as well. Now. And where have I put the power poles? Right here. Lack of item. Well, let's go get some power poles. One and 2. Okay. So as soon as the sulfuric acid comes down here, we're going to start having graphene. And now that we have graphene and copper and these things, so we're gonna have to get copper over here now. And I knew it was coming, but I didn't bake a cake. We can just take the copper from here and run it. Let's do this for the fun of it. Hydrogen fuel rod, definitely something to keep on the horizon here. Just run this copper all the way up here, and then we have the 3 big ingredients. We've got these green guys, we've got graphene, and we've got copper. We're going to need more of these, but I'm going to worry about that in a minute here. Let's just run the belts for the time being. And right here is where we're gonna do this, and these magnetic particle traps. Let's look at them here for a second. They make every 4 seconds, and they take 2 of everything. So we could, depending on how many of these we can make. So I guess we are gonna make this now. This is gonna suck. This is where I wish we had multi-build, because this layout is not something I can copy and paste quickly by hand. It would be very nice to be able to blueprint this, but I can't, so I won't. So this guy goes here. This guy goes here. As soon as I copy them in the right order, everything will be fine. This guy goes here. There we go. And then this power pole goes here. So now we have 2 of these things. I think we can probably fit 4 in the space that we're having everything, and I think that's fine for now. It's terribly underutilizing our need for it, but we'll be fine. Yeah, I think one more set. I want to make sure we have enough of these. So he can sit on them, and that should do it, with the exception of the power pole. Okay. Definitely not enough, but definitely enough, if you know what I mean. So we don't need these anymore. We do need these, actually. This is the output of this. We're going to need the copper. We don't need the iron anymore. Sulfuric acid's going that way. Hydrogen's going that way. The graphene's going this way. And then all we need now is to get these guys going and make the particle traps. So let's get some assemblers here. Assemblers assemble. I think we could. Now let's place one and see what the ratios are here. Particle traps require 2 of everything to make 1. So that's annoying, but what are you going to do? So I think I'm going to run the graphene on the outside. I mean, it's 1 every 2 seconds of everything. So we shouldn't have too much trouble, but I don't want to make the sorters reach out far. So these actually don't need to go any farther than this, because what I'm going to do here is the graphene. Looks like we're done with the amount of iron we can run on this belt anyway, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and hit tab, and then up 1, and we can even do this. This is crazy. I don't know how I lived without these diagonal belts. We're gonna run this way. Oh, tab again to make sure they're on the same one. Yeah, that's weird. It follows the curvature of the planet if you have tab off. That's really cool. Okay, so anyway, we're going to run this way, and then we're going to have the output belt going this way. To a box right here, probably. So this guy needs sorters. Where are my sorters? I've got a pocket full of sulfuric acid. We only have 10 sorters, so I'm going to have to go get more. Well, let's put you there and you there. And then you there and you there. And let's go get some more sorters. And if I place, he's going to collide with another object. Which is annoying because I can't like shift and place it anyway. It's because these are colliding with these. Let's see how power poles want to be here. Yeah, I can definitely fit a power pole in between, so I think I'm going to do that. It's not tab, it's this key. And then I'll just have to place the sorters manually, which is annoying. Then we can place the power pole here. And then now we have 2 options for these guys whenever we're placing them. And that should be enough to get things going. 1, 2, this guy's going to collide, so let's go 3, 4. Place another one of these. And honestly, this is probably too many now. 1, 2. I think that'll be fine. I think that'll be fine. That's a fine number of these to do, and let's just put them in a box with a couple inserters here, which are obviously outside of the power range. So, and get these in there. Throw some of our raw materials away. Do we have any of those green things? We do. Electromagnets. Every other raw material. How about we have more electromagnets? Let's get rid of those. There we go. Graphite. All this sulfuric acid and stuff. I think I'm just going to shift delete. Get rid of it. Shift delete and shift delete. Okay. Definitely need to fix the power problem. We're at the point now where the power problem is causing a power problem. So let's go ahead and throw some graphene in him, and these ones at the end, just to get more power going. And then let's put some more miners on these things. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that should be fine. And get another line of these, of 6 of these power plants going here. Which, do I have power plants on me? I have 14 of them, so yeah. Maybe we'll do 12 power plants. We'll get even more of this mining going. Do a big load of these things. We'll just get some power plants going here. Power plants. That'll probably work. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure, why not? I think I can do this. Let's do a belt to here. And across. You feed in there as well. Apparently need a little bit of power. Looks like we also probably need a power pole. Let's see, can we get power to everybody here? That's the question. Probably not with this one pole. Excuse me. Let's see if that one does it. If not, I'm gonna yeah, it doesn't work. So I'm gonna power these guys and then move this pole to here. There we go. So now these guys are getting power. If we bothered to load these up. Oops, throw the coal into him. Okay. That means this line is in the way, which is annoying. But I'm gonna do the same thing with 6 more power things over here. So you are gonna come around. Like this. I think I'll just do it. Yeah, I'll do it like this. Just don't screw up the thing. Okay, that's fine. And then we're going to have to figure out how... We're going to need one more thing worth. So we're going to need to do that. So let's just get rid of this part of the belt here. And we'll relay it when the time comes. Not relay it. Not like a relay race, but lay it again, I think. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we need a little bit more belts here. So as soon as this belt gets laid... Oh, what was wrong? Oh, I think I walked. No? Oh, this is in the way. Oh, you know what? I don't think we need this much water. There we go. Throw some coal into here. Now this brick needs to go this way, and it needs to page up. Can it sneak through here if it pages up anywhere? Oh, it's like 1 off if we do it this way. Can it sneak through here? Probably not. Well, that's annoying. Let's get rid of another one of these. Though I'm by no means sure that we can justify getting rid of them. Let's see. Here to here to here. I think that's fine. It's called spaghetti. It's my favorite way to make a factory. Okay, so now we got sulfuric acid, we've got power. How are these things running? They are running... The power load is low right now. But I think that's just because we're not making anything right now. I like... Everything was running before, and now everything's stopped because everything's full. But everything's not full because we're still putting things in these particle traps. What are we out of? We're out of the green guys because we're out of electromagnets. Why are we out of electromagnets? Let's find out. Out of electromagnets, not because the mall is using them all. because we never actually set this one up to make any. Because I'm a forgetful sort. We probably also could use more construction of these things. So I think I'm gonna do this. Let's try to get 2 more along here. I think we can only do 1, but let's try for 2. I mean, that'll work. Kinda. Oh, it's colliding with another. Okay, that won't work. So no, we can't. We can only get 1. And how's the power here? Yeah, we're still. See, do we have 2 networks? And I don't know. Did we forget to connect our power networks together? I think this power network is at 100. Yeah, I think we never connected these 2 power networks together. Yeah, we totally didn't. Okay, let's do that. Let's fix that problem. And now we have more satisfaction. Yeah, I had 2 separate power networks. Haha. Okay, no big deal. Let's continue along now. Yeah, now these guys are going to be fine. Well, no, these guys aren't going to be fine because we're still hurting for magnetic coils. This is something that I kind of want to ignore. I wouldn't mind ignoring this until we get logistic stations, but I'm going to try to put a couple more in here. 1, maybe. Yeah, and then same thing with you guys. So let's put magnets up 1, and then down here. This is where magnets go, right? Yeah, magnets go here. And then copper go up 1. It'll be a little zigzaggy, but you know what? I don't care. To here, and then down to here, and then I can fit at least 1 more of these. Yeah, just 1 more. But you know what? It's a significant amount more, so let's go ahead and do it. And there we go. Now we got 5 of these making magnetic coils. And hopefully that will be translated into more magnetic coils way at the end of the line over here, so we're making more of these green guys. And if not, we'll just live with the fact that we're only making 1 factory's worth until we can get logistic stations, which are coming. They're on the way in 5 mere minutes. We're also out of silicon, and we never have picked up any titanium. So I think we should empty out our inventory into a box and do a quick supply run here. Oh, basically everything but water. Oh, I guess I can't do that. Shift and delete. Okay, so water's out of my inventory. Let's get some graphite. Graphite. This box here. I think 6 is fine. We're full right now, so we should be fine. Tell you what, let's not be greedy. Let's just take 2. And then by the time we're done picking up the silicon, we should be fine. Okay, I don't remember what's where, but we're going to go to both planets anyway. So I think silicon is on Post Varda 4. So let's go ahead and head to that. Going to make sure I don't use up too much of my power here. Oh, I have this going now. This will be nice. Let's go into star list. History. Post Varda 4 is right there. Oh, yes. Makes me so happy. Makes me happy. Okay, as we get closer, we'll eventually see the map here, and then we'll be able to tell. You have to be within a kilometer? No? There we go. You have to be within about 800 meters. Do not see the... my mining operation yet. There it is. And we're full, which is nice. That's all we can take. Yeah, I think we'll be fine with this. Let's go ahead and come over to this charging station here. Although we only used up half of our energy. Where's that gas giant? Don't know. Take back off. Post Varda 3 is where we're going. Star list, Post Varda 3. The gas giant's pulling, but we're fine. Look at that. Head-on collision directly into our base, which is awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and... What did we pick up? Silicon. Let's go ahead and drop this off. Oh, I don't have any... I don't have any power to fly. I guess I used up all my power. I think I accelerated just out of habit. So, where do we drop silicon here? Right... That'll get our silicon going. Where's our temple of recharging? Here it is. Get our recharge on. Also do that. And then we'll go get some titanium, which I don't think we actually have a spot for titanium yet. Because we're not using it on anything yet, but we're gonna need a load of it anyway, so we'll take off and go to the titanium planet here. I guess now. Which is wherever we are. Post Varda, let's go ahead and do it like this. Get up to about, say, 500 meters per second. That should be good. By the time we get there, we'll have used up that extra 2 of these we already have. And we got an extra inventory spot, which is never bad. We should probably also, while we're flying here, look at what we need for interstellar logistics, because that's basically the next thing we're going to do. We need yellow science for that. We don't have yellow science yet, so let's rush yellow science, which is somewhere around here. There we go. Structure matrix. We need diamonds, and we need these. These are pretty easy. They just come from these 2 things. And then diamonds, we are not making yet, so let's go ahead and make diamonds up here. And that's all we need, and then we can start making these. So these are actually going to be slightly easier than everything else we've done so far. And then once we get these, we're going to need high-strength titanium alloy in order to do this, which takes everything we've made plus high-strength titanium alloy and these thrusters. Oh, we're going to need super thrusters, which I don't think take anything that we're not already making. Nope. And then interstellar logistics. And then once we have that, we're going to be pretty good. And I kind of want to rush gas giant thing, which is going to require this, which is going to require solar collection, which is hilarious. So we're not gonna be getting the other one anytime soon. The gas giant one. The reason I want the gas giant one is our gas giant is actually a ice giant, which means we're going to get ice crystals from it, which is going to ice crystals greatly. Whoa, it happened to come right here. Ice crystals greatly simplify the ability to make, what do you call it? Graphene. So, I definitely want to rush those as soon as I can. Okay, titanium. That's literally all we came here for. We do have a recharger, so we'll stand at it for a second. Might as well get a full charge before we take off again. Ideally, this will be the only time we have to do a run of titanium and silicon. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm hoping. I don't like doing these manual runs. But we do have to get interstellar logistics, interplanetary logistics first. I mean, they're the interstellar logistics stations, but we won't be able to go interstellar because reasons. Let's see, Post Varda 3. Let's get up to about 500 again, and call it a day. Okay, let's rename some things. Post Varda 3. I guess we have to go into map mode for that. Post Varda 3. Let's rename that home. Not home. There we go. There's home. Post Varda 2. Wow. This is the first time I've seen more fire ice than hydrogen. That is fantastic. That's actually what I wanted for this. I was like, you know, we're not going to get a lot of fire ice, but at least we'll get some. Nice. And it's horizontal rotation, which is very cool as well. Because that means our satellites are also... Actually, that's funny. The satellites aren't horizontally rotating, so it doesn't really matter. We'll call this Thor, because it's the fire god. Thor's not the fire god. What am I thinking? There is a fire god, but I can't think of his name. Oh well, we'll just name it Thor. He's the ice god because he's from Norway. So, but yeah, okay. Postvarta 2 is Silicon, but I'm not going to name it like Silicon World. We're going to keep it Postvarta 2 for the time being until we figure out what we actually want to name it. Where's the sun? There's the sun. We could also rename Postvarta when the time comes. Postvarta? Postvarta. No, I was saying it right. A little surprised I was saying it right, but I am saying it right. Okay, where are we going to land here when the time comes? We are going to fly right by the planet and do a loop-de-de-loop and crash right there. There we go. Perfect. That's why you save a little bit of power so you can get away with that. Let's see. So these guys aren't running at all because we're not running at full power, which is fine. Power load 64% is actually pretty nice. I kind of like that. That gives us a decent amount of leeway to charge some logistics stations when the time comes. Speaking of logistics stations, there is no reason now that we can't make them. And we're going to make them using logistics stations. And our first logistics stations obviously aren't going to have logistics stations, but we're going to mimic them with a box. So let's see here. We need to take some titanium out of here and trade it with this box. So we can put a box, let's say, right here. And then this box is going to get all the titanium in it, and then we should be able to take everything out of this box. Which, I don't think we have any more boxes. No, we do still have more boxes. Okay, sweet. So we can put the rest of the titanium in this box. Then we're going to want another box, which now we don't have. Let's go get more boxes right from here. And we'll let it go at that for the time being. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I'm kind of making this up as I go. I hope you don't mind. I can put this at the top, but I'm not going to. Okay, yeah, I don't care about that stuff. And now we need a single one of these to find out how we make these logistic towers. Logistic towers require steel, titanium, processors, and particle containers. So we need steel, processors, and particle containers in here. So let's take all the particle containers we have, stuff them in there. Let's take all the processors we have, which I'm pretty sure we're putting in a box over here. We are. And steel, which we're not saving any of, which might be a faux pas, but we do have a ton of it in these smelters here. So let's just grab everything out of these smelters so they start refilling. We do have a backup of steel in all of them, which is awesome. So then we're going to take all these, and honestly, I'm now thinking why put them in the box, but you know what, I think I'm still going to do it. Let's go ahead and get this guy here and just plop one of these guys just so we get power. We're going to put steel, processors, and particle containers. Yeah, he can hold a lot of those. And titanium. How much titanium can you hold? A decent amount. And he's running now. So we're making these towers. Now the other thing we need to make other than the towers is the vessels. And the vessels require thrusters, which is annoying. And if I remember correctly, let's set this up. Let's make this a vessel. Sorry, a drone. And then we'll do this to make this a thruster. And the thruster takes 4 seconds to make one. These also take 4 seconds to make one, but they require 2 thrusters. So yeah, we need 2 thrusters here. Thrusters require steel and copper. These guys require iron processors and thrusters. So let's go ahead and do this. Steel and copper. And iron in these. I'll just do that for the fun of it. Do that. Okay, these guys need iron and copper. Or sorry, steel and copper. So I gotta go get more steel. Actually, do I need to get more steel? Probably not. Let's just take half of this steel. And also just throw the copper in there too. These guys take iron processors in those. We've got a little bit of iron. Take half the processors out of here. Put it in here. I'll go get more iron in a second. We're already making towers. We have 3 of them, which is fantastic. The first thing we're going to do is put a tower here. And this tower is... Actually, we're going to need 2 towers. Because we're going to need 5 different objects. But let's go ahead and put a tower right... Let's put it over here. Yay, our first logistic tower. I don't know if you're happy about it. I'm very happy about it. I have been waiting for these things. And let's just put another one right next to it. And this is where we're going to make logistic towers until I get them all. So let's copy this building to right here. Like literally right here. And then these logistic towers are going to ask for steel, titanium, and processors. Titanium and processors. And they are going to, over here, request these boxes and return towers. And then we're going to have belts coming out like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 is going to go back in. And as soon as we get these guys placed, there we go. You are going to request these. And then it literally doesn't matter, so we'll just go steel, titanium, and processors. And then now we need a power pole, which I don't have any of, which is annoying because I was just at my mall. Power poles, there we go. We're on the cusp of greatness. That makes me happy. Let's see, power. Can I power everything with one of these guys? Yes, I can. So I'm going to. 1, 2, 3. And then I think it's 1, 2. Yeah. And then now... Actually, we can throw titanium in here already. And we really want to demand, but we really don't need that much. Let's demand like 200 of each for the time being. We don't want to overtax the system, and we really don't want more than 100 of these. And we're going to demand these as well. Okay, so now we can delete these boxes that I spent. Oh, that was the wrong box, but oh well. Oh, and actually we can delete that. Oh, I was afraid of that. High strength crystal. Sweet. We'll get to that eventually. Does it let me put this in here yet? No, it does not. That's quality of life thing I would love to have in this game is the ability to manually place in these logistic towers more than I'm able to hold. But oh well. So let's put processors here. Let's put steel here. Magnetic particle traps. We literally don't have them. These guys don't need magnetic particle traps, do they? No. Oh, they're right here. Where'd those go? Put magnetic particle traps there. And now we are making these things, and it should start actually making them once it gets enough ingredients, and we're good to go. We have 4 more though, so let's go ahead and start. Let's go ahead and start these things here. Oh, and we're gonna need how many of these guys do we have yet? We have 5. That's woefully not enough, but let's put 3 of them in here, and 2 of them in here. And then that ideally will be enough to get things going. So, let's go ahead and get rid of this and this. And this seems stupid, but I'm going to do it anyway. Sort of the way my game works here. Oh, look at that! It copied the station things. That's nice. Didn't expect that. But now we're supplying these, and they're being supplied very, very slowly. But the drones are coming from the other station. This is our first flight of drones coming across, picking these up, and they're going to take them back there. That's exactly what we want to happen as we go. Okay, so now what else do we need? We need steel, we need titanium, and we need processors. Titanium can really come from anywhere, and I think I'm just going to do it right here. Like whenever I have titanium, I'll just drop it in there. Which, guess what? I have some right now, so I'll just drop it in there. And then the silicon will also need a tower eventually. And I think I could probably make just a tower here that does processors on silicon. So let's go ahead and drop a tower here. That accepts processors. It supplies processors. And it supplies silicon. And we'll just do this. And we'll put all the silicon in there. Actually, it's going to demand silicon, really. And then we can put these processors in here. So there's that, and then the only thing left is steel, which our steel smelters are over here. But I kind of think that maybe instead of doing it here, I'm going to do it at the end of the line. Which for steel, I guess is right here. So we'll put a tower here. And actually, you know what? We're definitely not busing anymore. So we could fit this tower in here if it lit me, which it does not. That's sad. It feels like it should fit here. I guess it's because it's one off. Can I justify moving the graphite or graphene or whatever this is? I can always justify it. Nah, I'll do it over here. Well, let's put some foundation down and get rid of a couple of these, just to say we did. We could put this guy here, and then where does the steel end? The steel ends here. We can run him up like this, down to here, and then in, and then say we are supplying steel. And that's perfectly fine. Now, there should be enough drones to supply these things in order to keep these topped off, even though we've only got 5 drones running. But they're doing their job. They're doing their job, and power's still fine, which is nice. And we're making logistic towers, which is fantastic. What are we low on? We're low on steel, but guess what? There's more steel coming. There's more steel coming. It just takes a minute. But as soon as that steel is here, then we'll be able to make these. So now let's set up these guys. Crystal smelting. Okay, we can make yellow science now. Well, once we actually research it, we can make it. But we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. Processors, iron, and copper are what we're not requesting right now to make these things, the ships. So we've got processors. Let's see, what do we need? Yeah, all we need is iron for him, and all we need is copper for him. So iron and copper is all we really need to request in this little area to make logistic drones. So let's go ahead and place one more station here. And I think we'll supply the drones here just for logistical purposes, so I remember that this one tower has both drones and towers in it. And then we will request the iron and iron and copper. We'll request the iron and copper, which is going to be a little annoying because we're going to have to run the copper and iron into a logistics station as well. But that's fine. So drones need 2. I think I'll just keep it on this line. Thruster, drone, thruster. I think these are too close to each other. So this is going to be a thruster. This is going to be a thruster, and this is going to be a drone. And we'll just put a... Oh, it's so annoying when the Tesla towers... I can't put it here. I have to put it... I'm just going to do this for now. It's lame, but... because here it's hitting this box, and here it's hitting this box. It's so annoying. But what are you going to do? And I don't think we have the ability to hit tab or shift to place anywhere on these things. No. Okay, so we don't need these magnetic coil things. No. So we don't need anything from this side. We need processors, and we need steel for you guys. So the steel has to come out. This is titanium, which isn't needed. So this guy can go like this. So we need steel. I think you need the processors. Yeah. And then you need also copper, and you need also iron. So we just need the copper and iron to come out of here. And we need to demand and demand, and we only need to demand 200. And then, let's see. This will be the inside belt. It really doesn't matter. And then we're going to have an outside belt and an outside belt. And iron is going to be the far outside belt. And copper is going to be the far inside belt. And drones are going to come out here. So we don't need this past this, we don't need this past this, and we don't need this past this. Seems fine. And these guys need the copper. So this is the copper. Copper. Why not, right? And this is the iron. That's funny. Hitting tab actually cycled through the belts and the things, so that's an interesting difference. And then that'll do it. All we need is drones, of which we don't have any, because we don't have any thrusters, because we don't have any copper over here, which is annoying. And neither of you have enough copper to give copper to the things. I have to go find copper. Let's see, where we're bringing copper. There's copper on this line. Let's just grab a whole bunch of copper. This is easier than running over to the other part. Because we're going to need some more drones in order to drone in things to those guys. So you need some copper, so let's put half of the copper in you. You need some copper, let's put the rest of the copper in you. And you are fine until you get your thrusters, then you'll be able to make a couple more drones. So while we're doing that, let's make sure we have 2 of these towers. We have none. None towers. Let's take 3 is fine. We're only going to have 1. We're going to have a thing over here that, you know what, is there iron coming down to these lines? Yes, there is. There's iron here, and there's copper there, so we could actually just place a logistic tower here. That has iron and copper in it. Just raising this belt up so that it goes over the copper line when the time comes. And then there we go. We don't want these. Clear, copper, clear, iron. And you know what? I'm just going to let them fill up. I don't see any reason not to let those fill up. Okay. Do we have enough... or any really logistic drones here? We do. We have 4. That's probably 4 more than we really need. But I think I'm going to actually put all 4 of them in here. Oh, he needs power. So So there we go. How is that hurting our power when this current turns on? Yeah, these logistic towers eat up a lot of power while they're charging. Once they're charged, they're fine, but so we can't drop like 50 of them at the same time. And that's also why I'm leaving these ones unpowered, because I don't want them to tax the system too much. So now we're making drones and we're making towers. That's pretty awesome. I am happy. I'm very happy, actually. Now we need to start thinking about yellow science. As soon as we get these things done, we need to start thinking about how to utilize them. And how we're going to utilize them is we are going to plop a we're gonna plop a tower here that just makes yellow science and somehow runs it into this science setup. Probably over here. Maybe right here we'll put the labs and just run it through into a box and then into the thing, just like we did here. And actually that means we should probably do something like this. There we go. Do that. Because we can put a box like this. That's perfect. And then we're gonna have yeah, yellow science is going to require, I think, 3. Let's see, how fast does yellow science make? Yellow science makes in 8 seconds. Whereas these guys make in 3 seconds. So for every 3 of these, we need 8 towers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, there's 5 of those. We'll pretend there's 6. So we need 8 towers. Or, well, not 8. 16 towers. Probably 15 or something like that. So we have 6. So let's see. Yeah, I don't think we can fit it in here. We'll do it back here and just run a belt in. That's no big deal. We'll probably do them sideways though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leave a space for the power pole, and then we don't have any items. So let's go get some more of these labs. I'm making them. I wanted 10, and then there's exactly 10 in the thing. That's a nice little bit of... There's 15. I guess I had one more than I need. But that's probably more than we need anyway. And these are blue, so we want to change them to yellow, but we can't yet. Okay, and these yellow labs are going to require diamonds and organic crystals, which are a big ask. Diamonds and organic crystals are a moderately big ask, but logistically they're pretty simple. All we need to do is run a couple belts here, run a belt here. Yeah, this will be fine. Of course, that won't be fine. Fine. I'll tell you what, let's run the belt here, because that makes a little more sense. And then run a belt like that. Let's run it like this, and then like this. This is where logistics stations and stuff come in handy, because while it's moderately hard to make all the ingredients for yellow science, I don't need to worry about it all that much. I just need to have the things to make yellow science, ask for the ingredients, and then worry about the ingredients elsewhere. So we're going to ask for the ingredients here, in a tower right here. And the ingredients of yellow science, I just happen to know, are diamonds and titanium crystal. So it doesn't matter which one does which, but there's diamonds and there's titanium crystal. Neither of these are we making right now, so we need to actually make them. Diamonds, other than being a girl's best friend, are also a copper compound. You know what, I might as well outputs on these guys. And might as well get the inputs as well. I think we're going to keep up with the double of these on the outside belts. Should probably also power everything. I think that's fine. This tower gets power because we're going to put the drones in him, and he's going to go out and fetch the diamonds and the mistakes. We could probably make them up here, and I probably will just for travel time of the drones, but I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. What else do we got here? So, we need to make diamonds, which, as I said, are a girl's best friend. And they're also... a copper product, or sorry, not a copper product, a coal product, which we don't have any nearby, which is, let's say, annoying. We're mining these coal veins for power here. Actually, this one we're not mining at all. So we could mine this coal and stuff it into the station, and then take it to wherever we're going. We could also mine this for power, and then it would free up one of these to make diamonds. I was kind of wishing there was a coal station up here, a coal area up here, but there's coal right here. So I think I'm actually going to do it over here. We're going to make the diamonds over here and then ship them over here in logistic vessels. So let's go ahead and set that up. For that, we're going to need a ton of smelters. Let's see, we got 10 now. How many total do we have? We have 12. We're going to need a lot. Because if you look here, diamonds, the alternate recipe, I could definitely go for the alternate recipe, but kimberlite ore, we're just not going to have any anytime soon. So diamonds, though, require graphite, and they take 1 graphite every 2 seconds. Graphite creates 1 every 2 seconds, so it's a 1-to-1 recipe, which is really nice. So all we need is 2 coal every 2 seconds into a graphite, and then turn that into diamonds. So, but we want probably at least 16 assemblers. So 22 will do it. We'll do that, and if we need more, we'll do more. And we'll put that right here, I think. And I didn't even check and see if I had miners. I have 2, which is possibly enough. We'll find out eventually. Okay, we can make yellow science now if I ever get the ingredients set up. Let's see, that's only 5 veins. I refuse to take less than 6. So there's 1, and I think that's also 6. Okay. So we're going to run these into a double-decker smelter array. We'll take it out a little bit just to make sure. And I don't know. Let me actually see if I can run in a line between these two guys. Yeah, it's too close. That's what I figured. So they have to be slightly far apart. And this is going to be coal. This is going to be graphite. This is going to be diamond. So let's. Of course, it's off by 1. Yeah, I'll fix it. If I can find the smelter. There we are. So graphite, diamond. And let's see. You make graphite, you make diamond, you put diamond on a belt, which is coming back, I think is wise, into a tower that's going to be over here. And these are... Let me set the recipe here. We could actually do 12 of these, so I think I'm going to. 1, 2, 3... There's 6 total right here. Let's see how we can put power poles. We can't, of course. We can put them between those, so that's convenient. We can put it... I think we'll put 1 right there. And obviously, there's no power to it currently. Oh. Didn't set the recipe. Diamonds. There we go. So there's 1 of these, and we can do more, but we don't have the things yet, so we might as well not bother yet. The things being we don't have the smelters in our inventory to place them. So let's go ahead and place 1 of these. Oh, just 1 of them is all we need, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and place 1 right there. Let's get a logistics station right here. Let's say we have diamond coming out of this guy. Coming out of the sky. With Lucy. And we don't need power to the station, so I'm not going to power it. He is merely supplying diamond. Okay, let's go back to our mall here. Get some more smelters. And do some more lines. We don't need that far of a line. I think this is probably enough. Look at me just willy-nilly destroying a titanium brick here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's as far as we need to go. Just let them place these belts before I drop this. And then there we go. And the titanium guys can go like that. I'm sorry, titanium. The diamond guys can go like that. And then this guy needs to be on this side of here, and then we just put one in the middle somewhere to make sure everybody gets powered. And there we go. We're making graphite. We are making diamond. We are stuffing them into this box. Nobody's coming to collect it. But, oh yes. We're literally not making any of these, and we should by now. So what is wrong? What are we not collecting? What are we not collecting? We are not making thrusters. We are making thrusters. I was just stupid enough to not do that. I'm going to pull all the thrusters out of here and stuff them into you. Just so it happens quicker. Pull all the thrusters out of you and stuff them into you. There we go. Now we're making logistic drones. And let's take 2 of these and not put them into him. Let's put them into... Can't even see the tower. There it is. Off in the distance. He has his logistic drones. They are supplying diamond. Oops, they need to demand and demand, and they should only be demanding 200 at the time. I'll probably up that once I see how well they can handle my load. So we took care of diamond. Now we need to start worrying about other things. We need to start worrying about the organic crystals, which sadly I did the easy one first. Organic crystals are a lot harder, at least now. All they need is I'm sorry, organic crystals, titanium crystals. Titanium crystals need organic crystals and titanium. Well, we have plenty of titanium laying around. Organic crystals though need plastic and oil and water. Plastic we haven't made yet. Plastic takes graphite and oil. So we need to start making plastic. And plastic is a bit of a pain to set up at the beginning here. Eventually we're not going to need this plastic to make these organic crystals because out in the universe there is more organic crystals than we ever need. Just laying on planets. However, for the time being, we need to make it here. So let's go ahead and set up some plastic stuff. For that, we're going to need logistic towers, which I can just grab out of here. We got 10 of them, which is probably 10 more than we need. Well, 9 more than we need. But we'll grab 5, and then we'll also grab these drones, just so we have them in our inventory. And now we are now at the point where we're making a lot of stuff. We're making... we have a lot of oil. This oil is actually backed up. This line of oil is actually backed up, whereas this one's making power. Probably not the best use of the oil at this juncture, but you know what? I'm going to keep it there for now. So to make plastic, we need oil and graphite. Graphene, whatever. Which we don't have coming down here anywhere. We have coal coming down this line, but I don't really want to use that for graphite. We have graphite way over here. Actually, we have it probably down one of these lines. Yeah, we have it coming out here, and I think I'm going to stuff it into this station. We're gonna embrace. If I could, I'm like stuck here. There we go. I'm gonna embrace the logistics paradigm here because I hate not having logistics for anything. Let's do this, and then that. And then now any graphite that doesn't get used making graphene is going to get used in this logistic tower to supply other places. And those other places are going to be a logistic tower over here. Let's put it right here. Up a little bit, so we ideally don't have to screw with this diagonal line. And we're going to clear this and clear this. Oil. I'm sorry, plastic. I keep forgetting. 1 graphite and 2 oil makes plastic. So all we need to do is request graphite and supply plastic. And we're going to request, let's request 100 graphite at a time. Why not? And we should only need, like, let's say 5 bots in this station. Oil, we are going to run through a splitter, which I'm sure I have in my inventory. I'm wrong about that. Okay, let's go ahead and get a splitter. Get a bunch of splitters. Let's also get a bunch of belts and sorters while we're over here. Belts, sorters, and where am I making splitters? Right there. And we should probably get some power poles. And that's probably fine. Oh, chemical plants. We're going to need chemical plants because you need them to make plastic, and that's fine. Let's throw a bunch of this junk in our power thing. Even though graphite is terrible power source, I'm going to use it just because look how fast it gets used up. Just because I want to get it out of my inventory. And we're going to need power to this guy because somebody needs power. So I'll put it here, and then the drones now are going out to get graphite. And oh wait, yeah, I want to limit this to 500, I think, because I'm going to actually take graphite out of here, so I don't have to go get it from that box as well. So let's place a chemical plant here. Doesn't really matter where. I could actually just grab the oil off this belt here. I don't see why not. Now, I went for the splitter, but oh well. You go for the splitter, you stay for the oil. Let's do this. Let's change this to plastic. Let's put this oil, and I don't have any graphite on me, but it will soon. And then, what's the recipe here? 1 graphite for 1 oil, so it doesn't really matter which one goes where. Or 1 graphite for 1 plastic, I should say. So we'll do this, and then this. This is going to be graphite. We're going to have a sorter going in, sorter coming out, and a power pole. And there's our plastic plant. We are making plastic. Now, do we need 2 sorters bringing in oil? I don't think we do. I think we can get away with 1. Because it's slow enough. 9, 10, yeah. 1 is fine. Okay. So let's go ahead and run these belts pretty far. Yeah, we can actually run them all the way to there. Plastic's something you need a lot of things for. This is in a terrible spot, so I'm going to move it. Hopefully that's good enough. I'll double check my work in a second here. Plastic's one of these things, though, that you need a lot of factories to do. So I'm just going to drag these down. He can't go, so and we're going to need to run this down as well. As we place these belts, though, I'm going to run these down. I'm not even going to count how many I'm doing. I'm just going to do as many as will fit, and then we'll call that good for the time being. Like the amount that's good is 3 more, so we'll just get these down. As soon as all the sorters turn blue from white, that means the belts that they want to place on are placed. And we're good. Okay, then power poles. Which, let's see, we have one here, so we're going to want one here. And here. And sadly, you're going to need one there. And now we've got oil going. Oh, our bots are apparently still late. Oh, we still got some display down here. So we're making plastic. We also, yeah, I might as well take some of the graphite out of here. Plop it in there. Okay. What's next? Oh, we've got our plastic. Now we need to use that plastic to make organic crystals. Organic crystals take oil and plastic and water, which is annoying. I kind of want to make them right here, which is a little annoying because that means I probably want to loop the oil around and then maybe pump some water here, but that means that this is officially in the way now. I knew it was going to be, but it's annoying that it is. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this line right here. And I'm going to delete it right. Let's go farther. Let's go over here. And then delete this whole line, and then we're going to replace it when the time comes. So this oil line, we're going to run around here. We're just going to run it all the way back to here. And we're going to want some water pumps, of which I have 3, so I might as well just use them. We can run them like this. 1, 2, 3. There's those. And I need more of these. How many of these do I have? I have 5, which is fine. So let's place that guy there and see what we do now. We're going to take plastic off of these guys. Let's remove that. We're going to make organic crystals. So we're going to take the plastic and we're going to take oil. So there's taking the plastic. And then this can take the oil from there, I guess. We definitely need more oil coming in. We could actually probably justify just running another line instead of doing what we're doing right now. But we'll figure it out. And then water. Actually, water should probably be... Let's see. We need 1 water for one of these things every 6 seconds, so it's literally never going to be a problem. So let's just run this water all the way down here. You know what? I changed my mind. Let's actually run it on the outside. Like this. And then another belt of the actual organic crystals, which are running like that. And we should probably power these things. Actually, this might... We'll power 2 of them. No, because we're going to put one like here. And we'll power this one. So it's a little annoying. I have to just put that power there, except that I have to do it. And then we got the sorters again. We got water coming in and organic crystals coming out. It's click and drag time. Place the power poles knowing where they go here. And I think I just have to put one like here. Because I don't strictly need this one. Because that one's going to power the thing. Not that it matters so much. Oh, and I'm out of chemical plants. Okay, let's go get some more chemical plants. And let's see if we need anything else here. We're full of hydrogen, which is annoying. We don't need sorters, we don't need belts. Yeah, let's just grab some chemical plants here. Where are we making? Right here. Drones, grab some more stuff so that they can feel useful and they're not just chasing me around. Okay, so 1, 2, and then we're going to be able to put 2 more here and power them with those things together. We're already making organic crystals, which is pretty awesome. But we definitely need more. We need more oil for this whole process. We're not. We're not doing enough oil. We can actually tuck this in here, which is hilarious. I almost don't want to though, because I think I'm gonna need that room to get the oil in here. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do this. I think we have one more room in this tower. We do one more room. I'm pretty sure that's grammar that I probably shouldn't be using. So now we got organic crystals going in here. Stop the water here. And definitely need more oil. So we can't use this oil though, and so we have to use this oil, and I think we need to accept that we can't burn this oil right now for this. So let's bring this up. Actually, let's do this, and then go up. Yeah, you know what? This makes more sense. Let's go tab. Up. We'll just go to, we'll say here, and then down to that, and that's gonna feed that line, and then this line here is gonna go. Can I not click this? There we go. Tab up. Over to here. Where he can connect to that. Meanwhile, this hydrogen still needs to get all the way over there. So let's go ahead and start that process. And I think we can just do this. We still don't have the hydrogen connected over there, and we definitely should. Because it is making science. Well, not right now, because we're not running it, but it's intended to be used to make science. And, yeah, we can sneak it past this power pole, so that's fine. We're going to need to go up. And that's the line that it needs to connect to. So we're going to go up to here. We're going to tab it over to here, we'll say. Yeah, that's fine, and then we'll just connect it right there. Perfect. And then meanwhile, this belt here of oil, we're going to cut it off there, and then we're going to get rid of it. And then we're going to run it right across to there to get the organic crystals going. And now remember, we don't want organic crystals. We want titanium crystals. So this isn't even going to get us yellow science yet. This is to get us the ingredients for one of the ingredients for yellow science, which is crazy. As soon as I get this belt laid, eventually, there we go. Let's go ahead and make sure the rest of this hydrogen belt gets laid that we had to rerun. Then I'm going to use these organic crystals that I'm very slowly making to make the titanium crystals. I love that even after unlocking logistics stations, I managed to still spaghetti belt around my factory here. Let's see, how are we doing on power now that I took those? Yeah, I took those things out, and now we're hurting on power again. What do I want to do about that? I want to burn more coal. Let's delete this. Can I actually run this out another one? I think I can. throw that in there. Let's just get some fuel in these things as they go. Which of course means I probably don't want to do this. Because I want to run this out to here so I can put power plants here and here. Tab, page up. Let's go to here and then that. There we go. Actually, hydrogen burns okay. I could probably burn hydrogen that I'm not using in science in power plants. If I just changed the way these are running here. I do this, and then this. And then run this way. It's not very efficient use of my space, I don't think. But when has that stopped me before? Only fit one. Let's see. Can I fit another one like here? This is so lame. I'll tell you when I did this. There we go. So any extra hydrogen gets burned into these things just so that we don't waste it. And yeah, these guys are actually burning all the coal being sent to them. So that's good. What do we got going here? Yeah, and we have 100% satisfaction, technically. It's not letting me put it in there. It puts in coal before I have a chance to do it. This guy, however, he's still burning hydrogen, so he's fine. Okay. Anyway, we'll worry about that later. We're making stuff here. So we got organic crystals going. We've got, why aren't these guys running? They don't have plastic. Plastic is because we don't have oil, and I think that is because this line is not full anymore because it's coming out of this empty thing. So we need more crude oil coming in. We could also do this, which would make sure this belt is full coming out of here. And I think that's totally fair. Side loading onto this belt makes sure this belt's full, which makes sure this belt's full. I think that's fair for the time being. Just to get things going. And we are working on having these things, which is awesome. So we're supplying organic crystals. So now to make titanium crystals, we need organic crystals and we need titanium. And we are putting titanium somewhere. We're putting titanium here. And this is currently the only place we're doing titanium. And we actually, this is going to be ugly, but I'm going to do it. We're going to request, no we're not. We're not going to do it. I'm going to make a new station. Just to make organic crystals, or sorry, titanium crystals. And I guess I'll put it here? Sure. We'll put it right there. And we're going to request titanium, and we're going to request organic crystals. Only 500 of them, I think. When I say request, I mean demand. And then we're going to supply titanium crystals. So I'm going to take half the titanium out of here and put it in here. Well, okay, not half. I'm going to take some of the titanium out of here. See, he's also demanding titanium. You know what? I think demanding titanium, we can just say the most you can bring. And what else do we want? Now we want to make these things. So titanium crystals are made in assemblers, which we've got the fault line here, but I'm not going to worry about that too much at the time. Titanium crystals Every 4 seconds, they take 3 crystals. Now we're running these garbage things, so it's actually going to take 1 crystal a second. So we can support 6 of these machines, and I think I'm going to do it. 1, 2. We'll do 1. Oops. 2 and 1, 2. So we need 3 belts, and those 3 belts have to be, yeah, titanium in the middle, and yeah, we got to do tab. There we go. Titanium in the middle, organic crystal here, and then return here. And it's a little weird to put titanium in the middle when it's the bigger one, but there's method to my madness. And return. And that's probably the worst way to do this. Let's try it again. Let's go. No, let's go out. I have method to my madness. In. Now, of course, I don't want these because I want to copy this. Come on, finish those belts. There we go. And we're having power issues again. Speaking of power issues. Okay, let's do this and see if this power pole will cover the whole thing. Of course it will not. So annoying. Well, we're going to need 3 of them anyway, so let's just go ahead and do it. And of course, I'm out of power poles. How am I doing on everything else? Power poles, sorters, belts. We could probably use some more belts. I might as well grab them all. And yeah, I might as well grab all those. Okay, so you can go right there and just power him for no good reason. And we're running. And we're not using titanium as fast as I thought we would, which is interesting, and I don't know why. But let's go ahead and offset this by 1. And then we'll do out, in, and in. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's funny. It tried to stretch out on the belts. I guess we do want these belts to go out all the way to here. 3. There we go. And you know what? Part of the problem is we're not running at full power. So that's probably why we're having issues with the amount of power we can make. Or with the amount of these things we can make. But we are now making titanium crystals, and we're actually supplying them over here. So in theory, we're making yellow science, although that's only in theory because in practice these are still set up to the blue science labs, which, big surprise, aren't the correct type of lab to use these things. So let's set these up for yellow. I don't know if you can copy paste labs. I'm actually curious now if you can. Copy, paste. Yes, you can. Sweet. So now they are loading their ingredients. We are not making titanium crystals in nearly the speed that we want. I think I'm going to actually request 1,000 of these, just because I think it's going to take a while. Also, I think you deserve more bots to grab more stuff. But we do have yellow science coming down these belts. We have our bots going. We're putting it in this box. It's immediately being put in the thing. And these first few researches don't require very much yellow science, which is very nice. And actually, this one doesn't require any. And then this requires a lot less than these. And the nice thing about that is that means this little slow trickle of yellow science we're making right now is enough to keep these labs going as we go. Of course, now this has to fill up on 20 of them first before it's going to move up the chain. But it'll fill up fairly fast because it's not using them very fast. So that's a kind of a bonus to having these early sciences hard to make. Or it's a way to get around having these early sciences hard to make, I guess is the way to say it. Okay, we need to address the power issue. And the big problem with the power issue is that we're burning coal. And the alternative to that is hydrogen and oil. And I don't really like either of those options because we're using hydrogen and oil. And I mean, we're using coal as well, but you know, what are you gonna say? So I think we need to burn more hydrogen. Or hydrogen and processed oil. So I think we need to refine more oil. We need to set up basically a station that just mines oil, puts it into refineries, and then stuffs all of the output of those refineries into thermal power stations, just to stave off the oil problem, the power problem. How many of these power plants do we have? We only have 3, so let's pick up a stack more, and let's pick up a stack of refineries. Let's see, power plants. There we go. There's some power plants, and then refineries are around here somewhere, right there. Pick up the stack of refineries, and let's go find ourselves. Let's actually go over here and land. Go into map mode. Let's highlight oil. We got 3 up here. We got 3 right here that are very close to each other. Doesn't really matter where they are because we can just run power lines. I like these 3. I think this is going to be a little oil power area right here. I think this is fine, and it's not too far from our diamonds, so it won't be a hard way to get power into the station. Speaking of power, though, we're gonna need some power lines and power plants, or long power lines, which we don't need, and I wouldn't mind another stack of the small power things. So let's go ahead and pick those up. Eventually, there we go. And let's head up north of the diamonds to tap these 3 oil lines to refine this stuff. So where's our oil extractors? Here's 1, 2, and I guess we'll do 3 like that. And then I think we'll actually. Sorry, I know you went all the way over there, so we'll do that. And then we'll do the refining here, and then just maybe bring it back and have the power plants here, which implies that I actually want this guy like this. So belts. We're gonna do a belt out of here, and then we're gonna tab it over to here, tab again so he's straight, and connect him. Just let it run all these belts. We also need power poles for everything. Come on, get as close as you can and still power. I guess you have to come across here. Yeah. And you're going to need one as well. And then let's see if we can get a long distance one to connect to everything. We can. So let's do it. Now everybody's running. Power's kind of a garbage thing right now, but that's just kind of expected. We could run this right across this line here. I don't think that's a big deal at all. And then sideload this into this line. And then while the bots are doing that, we're going to lay down these refineries. And we've determined that 12 refineries is what we need. And we're going to do oil, and then we're going to send the byproducts back this way. And the oil's going to go off this way. So our refineries are here. Do we really only have 10? We really only have 10. Okay, not a big deal. So we need a refinery here, and a refinery here. We need to offset these guys, and we can offset them this way, I think. No, I think I would prefer it this way. Here and here. Now what we're going to do, and actually, let's just look at these guys. This guy's going to refine oil. This guy's going to refine oil. And we are going to go out, out. Doesn't really matter. No, I don't think it really matters. And then in. As long as they're the same. So this is hydrogen. Oops. This is hydrogen. This is oil. And then this is the in of him. So that's how we're going to do that. And then we're going to get these guys right next to each other. And can we put a power pole between? We can, which is fantastic. So we can just go 6. And then you can do 6, which we don't have. Oh, they collide with another object because the click and drag is broken. So I can still do this. Now we have lack of items, so we need 2 more of these. We'll worry about that in a minute. Let's go ahead and place some power poles here. We can power a lot with this power pole. Will that actually power this guy? No. So let's do this. No. So I guess we do have to go here or here. Let's go here and here. I think that might power everything. We'll see when the time comes. No, it doesn't power him, so I know it won't power everything. So we'll just place that over here to get everybody. So now that we're doing these, this power pole's in the way, which is annoying. I wonder if I put it here, will it still reach everybody? No. It no longer reaches this guy. So I think I'm just gonna place another one, just so we have them. And then we're gonna have some power stations here. And we're just gonna place this one like this, and we're gonna have both sorter types going into it. And whichever one happens to put stuff in is the one that wins. And we'll run this to here, and this to here. And I need to pause for a moment, so please hold. Actually, you know what? I've been playing for like almost 2 hours. I think I can probably stop. We do have yellow science, and we're working on Interstellar, so that's pretty awesome. So I hope you enjoyed watching this. I definitely enjoyed playing it. I am Superfluous J, and I will, as always, talk at you later.